A very good morning to all. A very warm welcome to one and all for your esteemed presence in our ATMAN program for 2023, an agriculture startup demo and funding event, where under the framework of National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System, 4 of the technology development hubs from IIT Bombay, from IIT Ropar, from IIT Indore, and from IIT Kharagpur have amalgamated their efforts to bring agri-tech revolution in the country. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, our Honorable Minister, to grace the occasion. As we move forward, let us take a pause for a moment to pay tribute to express our deep appreciation for our own father of the Green Revolution, Professor Swaminathan. He's the man responsible for making our country nourishing, a true father to each one of us and to the coming generations. We wholeheartedly acknowledge his monumental contribution in shaping the agricultural landscape of our country. With this, now I invite Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, Senior Advisor and overall in charge of the mission on ICPS, and Secretary Sir for his welcome remarks.
Honorable Minister, Science and Technology, Dr. Jiten Singh Ji, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, the Secretary to Government of Science and Technology and the Government of Biotechnology, Dr. Rajiv Ahuja, Director of Indian Institute of Technology, Ropar, Punjab, my colleague, Dr. Ekta Kapoor, all the distinguished invitees, participants, and entrepreneurs and young minds sitting in this hall. A very good morning to everybody. This is a very unique initiative taken by these 4 technology hubs at IIT Ropar, Bombay, Kharagpur, and Indore as part of the National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System implemented by the Government of Science and Technology. I would say unique because in agriculture, the deep tech startups and innovation is not very common. Out of the 1 lakh startups that we have in the country, nearly 15,000 work in the area of tech, but only 3,000 work in the deep tech area. And out of these 3,000, only 142 work in the deep tech agri area. And out of this 140, in fact, we are going to add 60 more from this ATMAN kind of collaboration of these 4. So that shows the kind of relevance that we have for the country, and especially these 4 IITs put together have been trying to create intervention across the country because they belong to the 4 different corners of the country: eastern side, western side, northern side, and central. We, in fact, propose to involve agriculture universities and also agriculture colleges as we move forward. We'll start with these 4 hubs are going to take this forward. We have presence of nearly 50 plus startups here. There are 20 startups which have we have put on their stall there for outside, showing, demonstrating the deep tech in agriculture. The large number of participants here are from different institutions and also the private sector and industry. We are, in fact, very delighted to have Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji for his blessings. We look forward to that, and we hope that these could go together. So, in similar to agriculture, we are also going to have such thematic consortia in different areas like health, defense, infrastructure, and many other areas as part of the national mission. We once again I welcome Honorable Minister, Secretary Drishti, and the Director IIT Ropar, and all others to this very important meeting of all the young minds. I see large number of young people are sitting here, and they have been behind the success of this event. Thank you very much, and once again I welcome everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gupta, for setting the context for us why we need Agri innovation. With this, now I will take a moment for our felicitation ceremony. I will request our Secretary, Sir, to felicitate our Honorable Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh, keeping in mind the natural importance of the environment. We are bringing a sustainability composition for our dignitaries on the dais. A small token of appreciation from our side, from Secretary Sir to our Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh. So keeping in mind the sustainability drive of our country, we are presenting the sustainable copper vessels and the potted plants. Thank you once again, sir, for always motivating us. Now, I will request Dr. Akhilesh Gupta to felicitate our Secretary, Sir, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale. Thank you so much, sir, for sparkling innovation amongst the young minds. I will again request Dr. Akhilesh Gupta to felicitate our Director, Indian Institute of Technology, Ropar, Professor Rajiv Ahuja. Thank you so much, sir, for always propelling us. Thank you. Now I take a moment to welcome our Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, for his opening remarks.
Chief guest of today's very important function, Honorable Minister of Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Personal and Public Grievance and Pension, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, welcome to you for this very important meeting. Professor Rajiv Ahuja, Director of Indian Institute of Technology, Ropar, Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, Senior Advisor and overall in charge of this program, Dr. Ekta Kapoor, the Mission Director of this program of DSC, and distinguished guests, my dear colleagues and friends from IIT and other institutions. It's indeed, let me first of all begin by congratulating all the stakeholders who are part of this very important activity. You know, it's the scientific and technological endeavors in India now are actually at a completely different momentum than what it was several years back, actually. Ever since last 4 and 5 years, these scientific and technological innovations is taking completely new dimension, not only in the context of digital health, digital world to the agriculture world, or to take up into the startup innovation ecosystems, is that you create an end-to-end environment that makes it completely impactful. And this unique and powerful convergence of agriculture and Atmanirbharta through this ATMAN, whatever is set up, Agri, Startup, Demo, and Funding as an acronym, is an interesting acronym actually, whereas it's funded through a word called ATMAN. It's only your constant support and your innovation, sir, has allowed us to create this activity. I think agriculture, as Dr. Akhilesh Gupta also said, is an allied sector, is not really a very tech-savvy systems, actually. However, it's a very, very important context of our country's critical strength, and also becomes the key aspect of how country's security can be kept in future. So therefore, the bringing in various digital technologies and bringing in various new technological, mechanical, and various technological sector would really change the way we are going to look into the future of agriculture sector. In fact, if you look at the way the world is changing, I think in November 2022, ChatGPT was announced, if you really look at. And there are already 100 million users within 15 days of a ChatGPT announcement, actually, what it is. So you can imagine the contextual in which the way technological interventions can change the dimensions of every sector that will come up with it. And this IA does provides a completely different perspective and how this will change the system. I think the other different aspect that to look at is that how does the venture capital fund flows into the system, actually, because department is only a catalyst in these activities and for various IIT endeavors and connecting with people. But you also it's very important that the venture fund also flows into the system such that startups are able to, grow up into a very different kind of mindset and ventures where they become more and more successful and be able to look at. In fact, in the area of artificial intelligence, in last 6 months, you'll be amazed, more than $40 billion of investment has happened from venture funds activities. And many of them in an area of food and agriculture security, primarily because this is what will define how the country's future will be dictated. I'm sure India is all set to disrupt the next wave of entrepreneurship and innovation with vast pool of technical and skilled professionals. And this event will provide funding opportunities as well as ability to showcase your strength, and the DST's its own capacity to be able to enhance and create tremendous amount of environments around the systems that will make tremendous amount of innovations and technological breakthroughs. I must congratulate the 4 IITs that are coming together as one single team, I gather, actually. I've not been part of creating this system, but I'm happy to note that IIT Ropar, director who's over here, IIT Bombay, IIT Indore, and IIT Kharagpur together have formulated this single ATMAN program. And I think they work together as a single team such that startup and innovators can get consolidated viewpoints and ideas from various distinctive opportunities that are present in the system. I would just leave with last few words. I mean, where is our technological system going to look at, actually? And I was just thinking about Ganesh festival that we were having at our home, actually. And I was just thinking, with a lavender hue at home and enjoying saffron-flavored modaks in an environment of basmati rice kheer during this Ganesh Puja, in fact, suggested how the agri-tech would soon change our lives, actually, to a completely new dimension that we have not looked at. I mean, it's not the old classical agriculture that we are only talking about. These technological interventions can really be impactful and make tremendous amount of clarity. And I must say, it all depends on what you folks will do. We are the enablers and catalysts, and government is there to help you out. Thank you very much, sir, for coming here today and giving us your time out of this precious meeting. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's truly said, the true spirit for entrepreneurship is the team spirit. So for the very first time, all the 4 IITs together, their technology innovation hubs have come together to propel the agri-tech revolution in the country. And on behalf of our 4 IITs, I will request our IIT director from Ropar to address the gathering.
So first of all, good morning to everybody. And I'm very pleased to be here. And I would like to thank DST and especially our Honorable Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh, who has given us some time to talk to all of us. Actually, his presence is very important for us, especially for the young institutions, because we need encouragement from the government and private sectors. So this is a right occasion for us to grow faster. So when we talk about agri-tech, and there was a lot of discussion about the name ATMAN, I will say that ATMAN is related to Atma, and Atma is related directly to the agriculture. So this is a soul of India, is agriculture. So we have most of our bigger population is living in the countryside. So we have to do something different in the area of agriculture. So you can see that if you look at our SDG goals also, the second goal is dedicated for zero hunger. So we have to bring technology in agriculture to feed whole world. So this is the right moment in India if you look at the last 10 years. And we have make a great progress when it's come to the startup culture is coming and innovation is coming in India. Living outside India for last 30 years, so in Sweden, so I see that how the small countries is using for innovation, and that culture is coming now in India also. So this is last 10 years, India is totally changed when we see from outside world. So this is a right platform for us. And talking about IITs, IITs are known for technologies, but now IITs are coming in the area of the agriculture also, especially high-tech agriculture, how we can increase the productivity and how it can help our poor farmers, especially the small-scale farmer, how the technology can play a very important role. And being in IIT Ropar is one of the young generation IITs, and being in Punjab, so this is our natural choice that we have to take agriculture to the next level. Because in agriculture is one of the key part in Punjab. So we want to help the farmer not only in Punjab but all over India, and how we can use our technology to help the small farmers so they can get a boost up in the productivity. And we also want to bring the young startups actually. So because IIT Ropar is very young institution, although our two other partners are two of the oldest IIT like Kharagpur and Bombay, but we call Indore and us is a very young generation IIT. And the young generation IITs want to grow in a different way. So especially for Ropar, we want to grow through research and innovation. So this is our motto in IIT Ropar, and we are working in this direction. And for this reason, we are encouraging our young faculty and young researchers, young PhD students, our BTech students to encourage to come in the startup ecosystem. And we want to do this approach from bottom to up, not from top to down approach. And this is the way we want to grow also, and this is what we want to educate the people living around us. So we are working very closely with the farmers, FPOs, and how they can make a difference using a technology what they are right now they are using. And when we talk about IIT Ropar want to grow through research and innovation, I always say that research is the mother of innovation. You cannot be an innovative country if you are not good in research. So that's what I have seen in last 30 years, and Sweden is a number 3 country when it's come to the innovation. So we have to put a lot of emphasis on the basic sciences also to bring basic science and research together, and we can be one of the most innovative country in the world. So that's our dream also, and we want to be as an Indian, we feel that we should be one of the top 10 innovative countries in the world in next 20 years. So with that, we have set up this gathering. We have started this kind of a startup culture, especially in agriculture in IIT Ropar. And I think this month also, in the beginning of this month, we have also started Samriddhi 1.0, where we invited 75 agri startup. And this agri startup we have also shown when IIT Ropar done a G20 event in Amritsar. There also we have 100 companies, startup companies, where most of them was agri-tech companies. So, And that gives also this agri-tech company a vision and visibility to other 33 countries who were there. And this exhibition was mainly on agri-tech, and it was so successful. Every day, more than 10,000 students came from around the schools and attended this 3-day the exhibition we have sideline of the G20 event. So India is going in the right path. This is a good initiative, and we want to support agri-tech companies. We want they can incubate in IIT Ropar also, or they can incubate anywhere in the India, and we are willing to help with them, and we are willing to work with them. So with that, I will stop here, and I'm sure this whole day interaction will be very fruitful, and we will start a new collaboration with each other also. And in the end, I will like to say that in India, we are missing the collaboration. So this is the first time I can see that the 4 IITs came on the one platform, and they want to work together. So this is a good start. And I always say that we should not use word I, we should use word we. We will do it together, and we will be successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, we welcome the spirit of the teamwork and collaborations to derive the innovation in the country. So with this, I will take a moment to invite our Honorable Minister and the dignitaries to formally launch the booklet of QUEST, the Quantum-Enabled Science and Technology Network Program, to ramp the R&D activities in the field of quantum. And I must say the efforts has led to the initiation of a mission, the most ambitious mission of the Government of India, the National Quantum Mission. A big round of applause for the initiation taken by the government to revolutionize the quantum scenario in the country and to bring India on the global R&D level. I will request our dignitaries to be there for another photo op that we will have for the launch of an ATMAN booklet that has a compendium of technologies that we want to showcase through the ATMAN efforts that 4 IITs have brought together. Showcase the technologies that have been developed by all the 4 hubs in agriculture domain, along with the startups who are going to pitch today. I'll take another moment to request our dignitaries to be here and please launch the initiatives that National Mission in Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical System is going to take in coming months. The launch of Samriddhi 2.0. The Samriddhi is a program to accelerate the journey of agri-tech startups to be launched and organized by IIT Ropar Technology and Innovation Hub, AWaDH. One more to go.
Yeah, TIH Foundation for IoT and IoE is glad to announce the launch of Grand Challenges and Competition in partnership with TechFest 23, part of IIT Bombay, and that's going to be launched very soon. And the theme is an ideation in underwater vehicles, and even the aerial vehicles. So stay tuned to our announcements on social media and also on our website. So look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the fabulous launches that we are planning in the coming months to revolutionize the deep tech innovation ecosystem in the country. Without further delay, now I take pride to invite our Honorable Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh, for his address to the community. So please.
Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, Professor Ahuja, Dr. Ekta, members of the fraternity, young startups, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I have to compliment the organizers for holding this event and also for being very innovative in designing this acronym ATMAN. I was trying to figure out, the A stands for Agri, T is for the T of the startup. It's quite unusual, not S. And M is for M of the demo, it's not D. And A is for and. Usually we don't use the like that. And N is from funding. So I think for the first time, an acronym designed in a manner that it fits into your choice. So since all of us are all researchers, innovators, so we look forward to learn something new wherever you go. So this is the latest what I've learned. But anyway, congratulations, and also for this initiative by the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems, which was initiated by the Department of Science and Technology in 2018, and which has been instrumental in bringing all these IITs together, about which I will have a word of suggestion for Professor Ahuja, of course, a few moments later. But before that, I must admit that I'm particularly delighted by the subject of this morning's discussion, because it's quite close to my heart. And close to my heart, not for the reasons of heart, but for the reasons of science. Because agriculture and agri sector is one of those sectors which has not received the kind of attention it deserved. It's remained relatively unexplored, and in spite of the fact that it is an exclusive domain of India. So I think that also happened because the concept of startups was picked up from elsewhere, from the Western countries, and landed straight in Bangalore. So somehow it got into our mindset that startup is IT. And they are not into much of agri sector or agri startups because it's not their domain. So they are doing what is their sector. For us, I think, and when we talk of the next 25 years, the Ambedkar and India reaching that pedestal as Prime Minister has been retreating time and again, it is these sectors which are going to add value to India's economy and enable you to reach there. We have a huge range of Himalayas, about 5-6 states residing in the lap of Himalayas. And now we've also started exploring the seabed, the agri properties and the biodiversities, and biotechnology and bioeconomy is going to be the hallmark and a very important component of the economy in the years to come. And we have also seen now how it works in a very rewarding manner, in the sense that we have in CSIR something called a Roma mission. I wish when you come together, the 4 IITs should also integrate further. You could have an MOU with the CSIR also, because they are quite deep into this agri startup business. Rather, they have moved on to the next level almost. And that is a very encouraging experience. Now lavender has become a very lucrative source of livelihood. And that success story proves more than one point. A, that you need not have too many of degrees. I mean, that is also got fixed in our mind. You have to be an IITian. No, with all respect for Professor Ahuja. But it's not so. Most of the successful, about 3,000 boys and girls are there involved in the Roma mission. They're making lakhs out of it. I mean, it's delight listening to their videos. And I think majority of them, almost 70% of them, are not even graduates, not even ordinary graduates. But yes, they have the aptitude for innovation, the skill, because no two words mean the same. So as was rightly mentioned by Professor Ahuja, innovation is important. And innovation should not be confused with a degree. You could be having many degrees, but you may not be innovative because it comes by aptitude, by practice, by focus, and by junoon. So these boys, in fact, about 5 days back, I received a delegation of 5 or 6 these lavender startups. I didn't send it to you because you were already overburdened with multiple charges. I thought like the next secretary, and DG was not here, Dr. Kalai Selvi. They were saying we are now having a lot of oil available, more than what was asked for, so where do we put it? And the second complaint was that do something to control the Chinese products. I said, what have you got to do with China? He said, our small bottle sells for 15,000, and since they have started marketing it for 8,000, 10,000, so we have to reduce our price. So, in fact, they are, because if you have to sustain the startup, it has also to be linked very deeply with the industry. So, the second point which was proved through the success story of this Agri venture is that we linked up with the industry right from the beginning. So, I think CSIR was very wise in linking it up with 2 or 3 leading Indian houses, one of them based in Mumbai. So all those products, the aroma products, the aromatic products, the perfumes, had a market in place before they developed. So I think that is, we could have, in fact, we have, I only, at my suggestion, the IIT Jammu was motivated to enter into MOU with not only CSIR, but also IIM. It sounds very strange. I said, now who's going to do the market mapping for you? So the wider the synergy, research, academia, startup, industry. And then different streams of science coupled with the other factors. Because if you want to sustain, you have to sustain very wholesomely. And I think India, particularly as I said, more than 50% of the workforce is in the agri sector, and almost 15 to 20% of our GDP. And as Dr. Akhilesh was remembering MS Swaminathan, I think this is one of the best tributes. You are also contributing to the cause of food security of India and food security of mankind as a whole, and also addressing the cultural ethos of the Indian society. So I think now the need then is to focus on sustainable and innovative agricultural practices, for which, of course, the 4 IITs have come together, 2 of them, the elder ones, 2 the younger ones. So that's a healthy combination. And I was delighted when I was going through this pamphlet. I must compliment you. I think somewhere it was written that 20 crore is being contributed collectively. So which means you will be funding 50 lakh per startup. So I think that's because the early period is critical till the returns start happening. Otherwise, the startup starts and ends with the startup. He ends at the starting point. So in order not to, allow that unpleasant outcome to happen, I think it's important to do some hand-holding, not only knowledge-wise, also financially. And this is also what was done in this Aroma mission. And bringing together all these stakeholders, as I said, because you would recall when the Aditya launching happened, and I was asked to formally announce the successful launch, my first sentence was that the launching is through ISRO, but the mission is whole of science. And I made it a point to read out the names of all the institutes, beginning from the Tata Fundamental Research Institute to IIT Bombay and IIT Madras, and all those institutes which had contributed in one way or the other. So I think you could have a wider synergy, and the newer methodologies are also in plenty. The newer methodologies also call for a wider synergy, because there may be certain areas which may go beyond your expertise. You have precision agriculture nowadays using sensors, satellites, drones. So why not you have an MOU with the ISRO also? You have automated farming, the autonomous tractors. And our IIT in Hyderabad has already come out with this. Out of my own learning, I went there and also had a ride in one of the automatic cars, which stopped when a dog crossed at a distance. It's so automatic and so autonomous. So because they would be helping you to move on to the next level. Otherwise, we don't know that they have already moved on. Similarly, you have the IoT-based monitoring, smart irrigation techniques. I came across a young startup boy. He gave a very interesting demonstration from Karnataka. He could actually calculate the number of drops of water to be used. So you save on water also. So you are also addressing some of the other national causes. You are giving optimum amount of water for the irrigation purpose, so you're neither over-irrigating, because both ways it has to be optimum, neither over. At the same time, you're also saving on the water. And of course, the supply chain management and data. So a lot of things happening even in agricultural technology, which may not necessarily require you to be a PhD, but require you to be a good learner. So you are ready to learn and you know where to learn from. The point is, very often we don't know where to know from. And worse is when we don't know that we don't know. And it does happen, because I'm sure many in this room would not be knowing that this automatic autonomous is already there in IIT. So these are 4 IITs. The 5th one is having this technology. You could even align them. So I think the wider the synergy, the better the outcomes. And finally, also because as I said, it's whole of government and whole of nation approach, which is, I mean, to sum up, one can put in a single sentence. And the startups actually, today, if they are successful, are actually nation startups. So I would say, when we talk of Ambedkar, a successful startup actually is starting or being the torchbearer of India's journey for the next 25 years. So in a way, they are giving a start to India's Amritkal journey. So you can understand how important is the role, but they have to be made to realize that, and so also we have to. So I'm glad, I'm sure that since this is a novel experiment, we will move on from where we are today. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words, setting the direction for us to drive further and bringing the innovation and inspiration of true Atma to this ATMAN 2023. With this, now I invite our Mission Director for National Mission on ICPS, Dr. Ekta Kapoor, for her vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all. At the closing of the inauguration of this exclusive event under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems, it's my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for Science and Technology, Government of India, for gracing this occasion with his presence and inaugurating the Agri Startup Demonstration cum Exhibition at this ATMAN 2023 event. Sir, your guidance, vision, and encouragement has been instrumental in promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in the agriculture domain, and we are grateful for your valuable contributions. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, for his unwavering support in making this event a grand success. I would also like to thank Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, Senior Advisor, DST, and Secretary, SCRB, for his invaluable contributions to this event. Sir, your expertise and knowledge has been instrumental not only in shaping this event, but also in providing an overall direction to the mission. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Director, IIT Ropar, for being with us today. Also, I would like to thank directors of all the other 3 IITs, namely IIT Bombay, IIT Indore, and IIT Kharagpur, for supporting this event in every possible manner. I would like to express my sincere thanks to all media personnel here for covering the event in a grand manner. I would also like to thank the teams at the Technology Innovation Hubs at the 4 IITs for their support, and it has been an honor to share the thoughts and insights on the future prospects and potential disruptions in the agri-tech domain. I would also like to thank the team at the Mission Office NMICPS at the Department of Science and Technology for their tireless efforts in coordinating the organization of this event. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all senior officers from the Government of India and the wonderful audience present here for their active participation and engagement throughout the event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Before we break, I will request our organizing team from all the 4 hubs to be here on stage, and let's take a perfect capture with the dignitaries on the dais. I'll request all the members from the 4 hubs to be here. And I will also request our DST team to be here, our mission office, and all the members from DST. So I'll request our dignitaries first to take lead and have a visit to our technology exhibition from the 4 TIH in the lobby area. And I'll request our other audiences to take seat for 2 minutes, and then we will proceed to the technology exhibition area.
All the startup go to their exhibition desk as the guests are arriving. All the startup, those who are having exhibition, kindly go to their desk. Thank you.